Hello, I'm Sub-Zero Spirit, or you can call me Fruity. Welcome to Deck This Out. I got this deck here. Let's deck this out. I need an excuse to have a video out this week so that I can have more time to work on the actual Red Eyes video. So we're gonna just show off the deck today. We're just gonna play it. We're just gonna play it today. That's all we gotta do. I already have the games done. We're just gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about the main plan of this deck firstly, and that involves these two cards right here. Piercing the Darkness. If your normal summon or special summon a non-token normal monster, except during the damage stop, you draw one card. That's really good, especially if you combine it with Return of Red Eyes, which lets you normal or special summon a Red Eyes monster from your graveyard. No. If you control a Red Eyes monster, special summon a normal from your grave, which is really good when combined with Piercing the Darkness. Because of that, however, you may notice that we only have 4 normal monsters, but we're actually playing a bit more than that. We have these two who are Geminis that, when normal summoned again, other Red Eye monsters you control cannot be targeted by card or battle. Red Eyes Black Flare. If damage calculation is performed involving this card at the end of the battle phase, you can inflict damage to your opponent equal to this card's original attack. A bunch of other small things that are like engine fodder, pretty much, like Wyvern, Alibur, and Alabaz, along with 2 Ash for some form of like interruption, Black Metal, and Blackstone of Legend. I played a deck with more hand traps. It did not work out very well. It was very bricky. 2 Allure for draw potential, 3 Red Eyes Fusion. Honestly, I could narrow this down to 2 and it'd probably be fine and bump up our count of supers. 1 Harpies, 3 Branded, 1 Reborn, 3 Instinct or Insight, 2 Opening, 1 Poly, 1 Branded in Red, 2 Piercing the Darkness, and Return of Red Eyes, along with 1 Dark Magician, 2 Red Eyes Black Dragon, and a Summon Skull. Only thing else in this deck that really mattered at all would be Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. I actually rarely summon this thing out because usually most of my games ended in me just spamming out a fusion monster of some variety. And with that, let's just jump right into it. Our first match is against Angel Stun. I'm not fully sure what this deck is supposed to do, but it definitely does do what it needs to, which was just annoy the fuck out of me. We only did a best of 1 in this fight, but it was a pretty good match, I'll be honest. Start with their turn. We're going to start with Azurdias. Going to bring out Sanctuary in the Sky into Sanctum of Parasoth. Bring in Guiding Rain so they don't have to do anything effects wise. Summon out Allure. Bring out a Trap of Rebirth. Bring out this fucking thing. Activate Branded Fusion. Bring out Lubellion. Lubellion effect. Shuffle back cards. Bring out Mirror Jade. Mirror Jade. Return him to the grave. Or banish him. Sorry. Alibar, bring in Branded Opening, go into battle, and hit him for 51. Use Albion's effect at the end of the turn, get another Branded Fusion into our hand, let him draw, and have him surrender because he draw nothing. Our next match is against Dark Lord. And it was a weird match. This match was just weird. We bring out with Piercing the Darkness firstly, doing Branded Fusion into Lubellion, Lubellion effect, into Branded in Red, bring back Alabaz, bring the Mirror Jade, into Red Eyes Dark Dragoon, into Black Meteor Dragon, special summon him out, activate Blackstone of Legend, add it back to my hand, shuffle back a Red Eyes into our deck, and in our turn, we do a Flink, we do a 2-set into a Lair of Darkness, we negate and we banish one of their monsters, we draw an Ash Blossom, and we go into game. We activate Metaverse and trying to get a Mystic Miner of some variety, we Ash it and we end the turn, pretty much. Round 2 of Dark Lord. We have them go first. They activate Branded Opening. Immediately bring out their Alibar. Alibar effect, bring in Despia Theater of Branded. A special Dark Lord of Pleasure. Add a Dark Lord Delight to our field. Despia effect, bring out Dark Lord Morningstar. In phase, our turn. We try and bring out Alabaz and use his effect, immediately getting shut down by their Dark Lord, having them bring out Arc Lord of Christia. Your opponent and you cannot special summon. Which ruins this deck entirely. since we heavily rely on those special summons. He bumps over our thing. We draw into Red Eye Insight. We attempt to Insight. Add a Red Eye Fusion. Realize what we can't do and forfeit. Final round, so our turn first. We activate Brand Opening, throw in Red Eye Wyvern into the grave, bring out Alibar. Alibar effect gets Chaos Huntered immediately. We activate Branded Fusion, bring out Libellion. We do his effects once more. Shuffle out, bring in Despia and Cortez this time. We have 2 level 8s, not much on it. We do a Dark Hole, attempting to do something with Despia. Doesn't do much. We activate Despia. We add 8 Alabaz to our hand. They set 1. It goes on our turn again. We activate Allure, hoping for the best, and we get something pretty good. We activate Piercing the Darkness, bring out Alabaz, bring out this fucking thing. Delight comes back, or does their effect. Nerfs us down to the ground. They activate Lair of Darkness. Lair of Darkness effects try to go through. Goes into our turn once more. We set Alabaz in defense, activate Wyvern's effect, bring back Red Eyes Black Dragon, draw a card. They bring out Despia Theater, bringing out their own Despia, using Tragedy's effect. We dash that immediately. They attempt to shut us down with 0 attack, dealing a bunch of damage to us. However, we activate Piercing the Darkness to equal our attack pretty much. We draw a card. Bring out Monster Reborn to bring back Alabaz into the Alibar Dragon. Going to main phase 2. In their turn again, they will draw Mystic Mine. Unfortunately, activate that immediately, because why would you not? And we are now playing a waiting game. We are hoping for the best. They will activate Despia Tragedy. Bring out that. They will surrender immediately after, since they cannot do anything else. Final round is against Runic. They activate Pot of Desires right off the top, banishing 10 cards, drawing 2, set 2, called by the grave, and demise of the land. We will draw Branded Red, activate Red Eyes Black Meteor, special summon himself, normal summon Alabaz, bring in Albalinius. They will activate Demise of the Land with Called by the Grave. Unfortunately, we will also just use Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. They will just spam out a bunch of just quick play effects that really just annoy the fuck out of me. They will draw, play nothing because they don't need to. Activate this. We'll activate Black Meteor in our grave. Activate Red Eyes Fusion. They will destroy it, banishing cards on top of our deck. We will activate Black Skull Dragon, and they will immediately shut it down. We'll set 1 Blackstone to Legend and end our turn. They'll go into their turn. They'll activate this, Deceit. They'll activate Runic Flashing Fire and Runic Freezing Curses, banishing more and more of our deck away so that we can't have anything in our deck at all. Doing to draw more and more. Activate more effects. Doing this. Set 2 and pass back to us. We're hoping for the best. We activate Harpy's Feather Duster off the top of our deck. Let's go. Activate Blackstone Legends, set it. Bring out Black Meteor. Black Meteor effect, normal summon. Getting rid of it. It will destroy our Red Eyes Impact as well. Activate Flashing Fire. Bring back out this. Hoping for something good here. We get Wyvern. We will use Blackstone Legends effect. Bringing him back out for Enigma. End our turn. They will activate Dimensional Fissure and end our turn. Comes back to us. We will set Return of Red Eyes, activate Wyvern, and end our turn too. We'll activate Return of Red Eyes. Since we have a Red Eyes in our field, we can bring back Dark Magician. The card gets destroyed, but along with that, we also get to bring back another Red Eyes from our grave. Blackstone Legends effect, once again, bringing it back to the hand. We set it, destroying their monster, and then going in for damage. Draw off the top Runic Slumber. Finishing off more cards off our deck. Set 1 more card face down. We activate normal summon that. Bring out Red Eyes Black Flare, or Black Metal, and we go in for game. Match 2. They'll activate Terraforming immediately off the top. They'll bring in fucking Runic Fountain. Activate Pot of Desires, banishing 2, drawing 2. Activating Runic Tip immediately off the bat. Drawing this, bringing out Runic Allure, ending their turn. We'll activate Piercing the Darkness into Red Eyes Insight. They'll activate the Runic Hammer into Runic Tip. They'll add 1 card to their hand. They'll banish more of our deck. We'll just hopefully get more and more of it as we can. They're banishing more and bringing back cards into theirs. will activate Red Eyes Fusion. They will attempt to destroy, piercing the darkness, which will be unfortunate, but we will activate Dragoon. Dragoon will activate this effect, activating this. Unfortunately, he will then attack this. Bring the card back into his hand. He will activate this. He will attempt to negate. We'll like to set Branded Fusion, Return of Red Eyes. He'll do Called by the Grave. We'll do Return of Red Eyes. Bring back Red Eyes Black Dragon. Activate Deceit. We will negate it once more, destroying it once again. They'll end their turn. We'll then summon another Piercing the Darkness. They'll activate Skill Drain. We'll activate Red Eyes, Return of Red Eyes. They'll activate Flashing Fire and Tip. Banishing more and more of our grave. He'll activate Bring Back Dark Magician once more. Piercing the Darkness effect does not go off, unfortunately. They'll destroy another card of ours, banishing more of our deck. Unfortunately for them, they forget the part where Return of Red Eyes also brings back another Red Eyes on destruction. And we'll go into battle. Doing more of these effects. Destroying more of his effects. He will destroy Dragoon. Unfortunately for him, we have Wyvern's effect going off to bring him right back at the end of the turn. He'll go into draw phase, draw pretty much nothing, activate a card, bringing back the monster once again, shuffling back more cards into his deck. We will negate that, unfortunately for him. We'll end our turn. Unfortunately, I get drawn out here, and that will be a good game. Match 3, this is where everything becomes serious. One of two endings happen here. We either get demolished by this fucking deck out deck that I hate so much, or we do fine. Unfortunately, they start with both Skill Drain and Call by the Grave in their hands, so we're just going to hope for the best. We activate Brand Opening right off the top. Get rid of Black Meteor, bring in Alabar effect, bring in Branded Fusion, bring out Libellion effect. Get rid of Darkness Metal, bring out Black Comet. We send a Red Eyes from our deck to the grave. We deal burn damage to him. Pretty good first turn, I'd say. As best we could. They'll immediately start searching for the field spell. Field spell activation immediately. Runic Slumber, targeting their own monster. Runic Fountain, bring back their own cards, and then let them draw that same amount. Runic Tip effect right off the bat. Runic Allure. And then we go into this. We will normal summon Skull. It will activate Runic Freezing Curses. They'll negate all of our effects, bringing back Shuffling Things, Called by the Grave, our Ash that we try to negate with. We'll then banish more. We will attempt to go into battle phase, and we will swing a good amount of things. Get to banish more of our deck, unfortunately. He will attempt to negate Libellion. Unfortunately, that does not work since we have Branded Opening in our grave. They go into our he will activate Golden Droplet once more. Runic Fountain into Deceit. He will set one and pass to us. We have Red Eyes Insight and Piercing the Darkness in our hand. He will activate. There can be only one. We will Pierce the Darkness, Red Eyes Insight, sending Black Meteor, activating Red Eyes Fusion, sending it to our field, and hitting him for game with Black Comet. So yeah, this deck is honestly pretty okay. I apologize, I'm not really the best at like explaining what the hell is happening in these games, but from what this deck does, it's absolutely amazing. It's honestly the small amount of times where drawing off of Piercing the Darkness is beneficial is great. Sometimes you just immediately draw either an Ash or Harpy's Feather Duster off the top, which is emergency what you need. Allure of Darkness also, of course, is always good in any dark type deck. Surprisingly, Black Comet and Black Skull were both doing very good games if I wasn't choosing to bring out Dragoon, which is very reasonable because sometimes Dragoon's just really annoying to deal with as the player you're playing with. But overall, I'd say Red Eyes with Branded is a pretty good deck. Would I say it's one of the ones that you should go for if you're actually playing a Red Eyes deck? Yes. Without a doubt. If it's not this, it's absolutely like FTK Burn, which I've seen happen in Master Duel, and it's absolutely hilarious. But deck this out. You got the list. Might as well deck it out. Enjoy. Gotta think of a funny outro now. Um, Among Gussie.